From Southern New Hampshire, we have with us catcher Nick Schwartz and head coach Scott Loaza. Coach, if you would, give us some thoughts and we'll take questions.
It was a good game. I think both teams played good. Both teams played hard. It was well pitched, I think, on both sides, and both teams played good defense. We just came out on the wrong side of it. I do want to mention before we get going, obviously I'm extremely proud of our group. I think it should be mentioned that our seniors here that have come here 3 times, they've had a very interesting track here. With the COVID year, they didn't get to play that year, and then the next year we showed up 2 weeks before our season started. We weren't allowed back on campus, and they fight their way here. After practicing for 2 weeks, they find their way here, and obviously played, I think, 2 run games and lost those. And then the next year, we practice on our field one day, play 3 games at home, and then we got a sinkhole last year, and we're not on our field, and we're traveling everywhere. We're able to host games, can't host games, and we go on the road for the regional and the super, and find a way here, and battle last year, and then this year, because of the field, we don't have a fall. You know what I mean? We don't get to practice on our field in the fall. And here we are again. Just these guys are just so resilient and so tough. And it showed, it's at the 9th inning there is, I think, a real depiction of the group we had, the seniors we had, the leaders we had, just doing whatever they can and not worrying about what the circumstances are and just making sure their jobs, they're doing their job until it's finished. So I couldn't say enough about this group and how proud I am of them. And, obviously it hurts, but we played well tonight. We just didn't go our way.
Questions?
Nick, besides that we don't want to go home factor, what changed in the 9th inning offensively?
Yeah, we've been through a lot of tough games before, a couple walk-off games this year and stuff like that, but our guys are, confident in the box, and we have that swag to us, needless to say, and we all just went in, knew what we can do, and just kept the baton moving, and that's what we did in that last inning.
Scott, how much did them getting that lead and being able to start running, you kept them off the bases and kept them from running that first game, but they were able to play their game. How much did that kind of knock you back a little bit or make it more difficult to take you out of your game?
Yeah, I think they just did a good job of executing that bunt there, and then, it's a 1-0 game after the balk call, and they get the bunt down, and there's a close play at the plate, whether we should have gone one to the plate, whatever. It's 1-0. Kid, the 2-out single was a good swing there on the first pitch breaker. But really, if you really think about the game, it was that swing and then Guerrero's triple. That was the difference of the game. You know what I mean? Like, he tripled in a run and was there, I believe, with 1 out. And there's a really close play at the plate on Harry. He was just a little offline. If it's online, he's probably out at the plate. And then they, obviously the sac fly, in a ninth. I think, I don't know that they necessarily, totally did. I think those 2 swings were probably the difference in the game.
Nick, what were their 2 pitchers, the starter and then the kid who pitched against you in the first game when he came in? What were they doing that kind of kept you guys from getting anything going offensively till the ninth?
The other day they were mixing in a lot of breakers and stuff like that, not many heaters, and I think we made the correction this time around, more towards the end, unfortunately, but them mixing up and stuff had our guys a little bit, not like confused, but like uncomfortable in the box, I'd say. And, towards the end, like I said, we have great hitters on our team, and we just stuck to our approach, and it showed. So
I also think we took some really good swings that were outs when it was 2-0, 4-0. That would have been big swings that we could have scored multiple runs on. It just didn't go our way.
Scott, is the key coming here to Cary? Is the key winning that first game? Is that the biggest thing that when you look back and you say, what do we need to do to get over the hump? Is that the biggest thing, or is there something else? No,
I mean, it certainly makes your job easier. If you can win the first one, you're in the bracket, and if you can sell out to win the second one, you save some pitching. You just got to play well and get some breaks too. They hit a couple balls hard too that Mercedes made really nice plays on. So it's not like we were unlucky, and they were lucky. Like, they hit some balls hard too for outs too. We just got beat today. We didn't play bad. They didn't play better than us. We just lost.
And you did get a few breaks in this tournament.
Sure.
Do you feel any better? I mean, obviously you want to win this thing, and you're going to keep knocking on the door till you get it. But do you feel any better leaving and going home this year than you have in the previous years because of the way you guys fought, won 2 games, and the way you played the 9th inning today?
Yeah, it obviously hurts to lose, but I think at least this year the guys saw our group and what we're capable of, and we can play with anybody. So,
some thoughts on Animal tomorrow?
I felt like they were good matchups for those guys. They throw a ton of strikes and quick to the plate, good pickoff moves. They were obviously outstanding. Tomorrow I talked to about them before we headed down here. I thought maybe he might pitch in the first game. And we just wanted to get off to a good start, and that's why I started Trev. I just wanted to get off to a good start. I wanted to throw strikes and give us a chance to kind of settle into the game. And I wasn't sure how many he would go, and to get 5 out of him was great. And I certainly wasn't expecting 4 out of tomorrow. One of those guys did an outstanding job of executing their game plan, and I mean, really, it was probably 2 pitches. That was it. I believe it was Kane that singled the run in for the second run with 2 outs. Give him credit on that swing on a first pitch breaker, and Guerrero hit him, probably Trev's only mistake. Took a really good swing on it.